I think Velodrome could very well be the next big decentralized exchange. And why do I think so? It's because I think it has amazing fundamentals. And as a result of that, I think its native token called VELO could hypothetically go to the price of $5 during this bull run, which, by the way, is over a 65x from here. And now, even though nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee, you have to take this into consideration. There are so many decentralized exchanges. You take a look at PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and oftentimes when people take a look at that, they think, oh yeah, that's the only ones that are going to do well. Nothing else is going to do good at all. But I disagree, because if you take a look at Velodrome, it's a decentralized exchange on optimism, which I think is very amazing, because for those who know optimism, I think they'll be very intrigued by this. You take a look at optimism, it's one of the biggest Ethereum layer 2 scaling solutions out there. Now, some people may think that, okay, isn't that kind of caca? No, because you take a look at an Ethereum layer 2, for instance, what it does is that it allows Ethereum to be enjoyed while at the same time not necessarily having to deal with a lot of the nonsense, like the sky-high gas fees and the arguable scalability issues. So a layer 2 does play a very vital role. I get it. There's a lot of layer 2s out there. But when it comes to optimism, it's one of the most established ones. So I don't think it's going to go bad anytime soon. So when I see a decentralized exchange on it, why would I not be bullish on it? Especially when it comes to Velodrome. Now, with that being said, though, people, they all love Aerodrome. Now, Aerodrome is a decentralized exchange on the Base network, which is Coinbase's layer 2 network, and it's actually built, amazingly enough, in collaboration with Optimism, which I just mentioned before. But even besides that, I think oftentimes people don't understand that Aerodrome is actually a fork of Velodrome. Now, that's very unique. But also the cherry on top when it comes to Velodrome is that it's at a much lower point when compared to Aerodrome. You know, Aerodrome has gained more attention, more fans, more hype. The community is a lot bigger, even though, again, it is a fork of Velodrome. So, you know, that's kind of bizarre to some people. But even besides that, I'm not going to complain, because if I take a look at Aerodrome, I love that. So I'm going to love Velodrome as well. That's why I'm such a big fan of it. I think in terms of fundamentals, it's very amazing, very underrated. You got to think about this. If VELO were to go to the price of $5, considering its current circulating supply, at that point, market cap would be around $4 billion. Not too bad. I mean, for instance, we saw Uni, which is the native token of Uniswap, reach over $22 billion in market cap in the past, back in 2021. So I'm not using a very crazy example. You know, I'm not saying that VELO is going to go to like $20, $30 billion market cap. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying around $4 billion. It's not too crazy, especially when I consider its A+ fundamentals and where it's on. Again, optimism. Don't think it's crazy at all when it comes to Velodrome. And I think VELO, again, at the price of $5, I really don't see why not. It's not a crazy market cap at that point, again, considering current circulating supply. And if you take a look at the decentralized finance market, it actually has a lot of potential. We all know that a decentralized exchange, much like Velodrome, Aerodrome, you know, other decentralized exchanges too, they fall under the category of the decentralized finance market. And the DeFi market, aka, again, the decentralized finance market, is predicted to be worth over $200 billion by 2030, according to Grand View Research. So if you think about that, is, you know, DeFi done? No, even though a lot of the hype did die down, I get that, you know, not much hype when it comes to DeFi projects currently, but I think better days are still ahead, and I'm staying patient. The only thing I can control right now is dollar cost averaging, which is I'm going to continue to do. I'm acquiring anytime earned income, holding and just waiting. That's it. I'm not into trying to take a look at my portfolio every 2 hours, you know, 2 minutes, 2 days. It's like, I don't do that. I just like to keep things simple. Again, I just focus on more so on the long term. Just accumulate, hold, and just wait. That's it. And why would I not wait? Over 600 million crypto owners as of right now, which is more than ever before in history. So imagine all the FOMO that we saw back in 2021 could very well be amplified in such a fantastic way this time around, especially again with over 500 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research. Furthermore, you take a look at how Bitcoin is poised for great heights. Yeah, sure, the price is below 60,000. I get that. But not too long ago, it did break an all-time high, but in my opinion, better days are still ahead, because I think Bitcoin could hypothetically go to the price of $150,000 during this bull run. And the reason for that is because you take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, again, the number of crypto owners, also on top of that, the number of institutional investors. You know, these are very amazing factors, which I think could very well allow Bitcoin to reach great heights. And I think as Bitcoin does go to 100,000, 150,000, and maybe even beyond, altcoin season is going to look so legendary. I think VELO is going to go along with the ride. And at that point, $5 really wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Now, it's going to take some time because usually it doesn't just pump, tomorrow or 2 days or 2 minutes after I upload this video, because typically, again, that's not how it works. Usually altcoins, they peak anywhere between a year and a half to half a year after a Bitcoin halving event. And this isn't just some random, thing I'm saying, because historically this has pretty much been the case. Now, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does tend to rhyme. So if I take that into consideration, Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, a year and a half is October next year, half a year is October this year. Not so bad. Now, I'm not really looking at this year though, because 6 months usually, or should I say half a year, is typically the best case scenario. I'm taking a look at more so 2025. Now, it could happen sooner, you never know. But again, my goal as of right now is 2025. And if I have to wait till, let's say, near the end of 2025, it's fine. I mean, who cares, right? More time for me to accumulate. And if it happens earlier, great, party time. So anywhere in between really doesn't matter. But again, VELO at the price of $5 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think this bull run could be that amazing. And I think Velodrome is that amazing of a decentralized exchange. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.